Hello everyone, welcome to Amigos Play. I'm Aaron of the Amigos. Tonight we're going to be having a quick look at the brilliant sequel to Archon II, Adept. This is a release from Electronic Arts, old school Electronic Arts, 1988. Freefall Associates, great theme. Love it. I like the fact that they told you to make sure your speakers are hooked up correctly, or because it wouldn't sound as good without them. And they're right. This song's awesome. I hear it in my mind sometimes. Every time I hear the name of Freefall Associates, this pops into my head. Freefall Associates really was just a loose, calling it a proper company, I guess, would be sort of silly. They didn't do a ton. And mostly are known for Archon II, which I think that's basically the reason they were created. It was Ann Westfall, John Freeman, and Paul Reich III, and they did their own conversion for this, which was cool. So I always play. I guess I'm like everybody else. I always play the dark, let the computer play the light, and just so I don't completely humiliate myself, we'll have a game here with the computer being the light, and I'll be the dark. We'll put the computer on easy. So, what is Archon II Adept? Well, it's a much more strategic effort than the original Archon. Our original Archon is basically, proper battle chess. You go in and fight the other characters. There's a little more strategy involved in Archon II Adept, and that I enjoy. And I know a lot of people don't like this one as much, but for me, I think there was no contest. This is the better of the two games. This one just has a lot more strategy, a lot more options that you can get into. So what we're doing here, and the computer does the same thing, and I'm going to sort of mess up a few times here just to make sure that we have a proper game, so I don't go through and maul this guy. But what you do in this is you've got your adepts there, your wizards, and what they do is summon creatures to fight for them. They can also fight, and they're very good fighters, but you don't want to risk them, and if you don't have to, due to the fact that you can't replace them once they're gone. So the object of this game is to capture all of those power points. The power points are the flashing, sort of pulsing bits of light that you see. You can see the two middle ones there, and they move. The two middle ones don't, but all the other ones move. They move diagonally down from both sides up towards the middle of the board, and then they'll go back. You can see right now, I'll move this guy here. They're on the water, and the next round they will move onto the earth. These are your elements. You've got your fire, air, water, and earth. So what we're doing now is placing our adepts and their summoned creatures at points where they're on those power points. The way you can lose at this game is if one side controls all the power points, you lose. You can also have like an apocalyptic battle at the end that you can summon if you think you have way more energy than the opponent. That's a quick way to end the game. We're going to try not to do that this time. We're going to try to actually play this thing out to its natural conclusion. So, what we're doing here is putting our various summoned creatures on these power points, or where the power points show up. When you fight an actual one-on-one battle, if you are on a power point, you will have more energy than your opponent. If you summon a creature that is native to that particular element, you also have an advantage. So it behooves you to, here you go. Okay, your first battle, Giant versus my Juggernaut. My Juggernaut and this Giant are on even turf, and so this should be a pretty even contest. The problem is, I think the Juggernaut's a stud and the Giant's a wimp, so I shouldn't have any trouble here. We just crush him, and there he goes. Now, it's not always that easy. Again, this is on beginner. When you play the computer on the more advanced levels, he will tear you up with pinpoint accuracy. He's quite good. But I didn't think I could get through a game quick enough on one of the more advanced levels, so I thought we'd just play on beginner. So, you can see here we've got a variety of creatures going up the side here. And you can see there they are. Some I use more than others. Again, it depends on what element you're in. So, you can see he's got a creature on. He's got his bird on that point there, and I want to go there. Well, I can't go there right away. Because as this game will remind you, power points are proof against magic, and so you can't teleport to them. You can't just put your guy on them. You have to put it beside him. The next round you can go in. Something else you can't do is just have one of your adepts summon a creature in, say, fire and just roll them over to earth. It just doesn't work that way. You can move them anywhere in your element, but not in everywhere on the board. So I'm going to crush this giant. Here we go. And he's done. I think the Juggernauts are a tremendous tool, an asset, and I like to use them quite a bit. I like the whole dark lineup. There are some guys I use more than others. So we're gonna try to knock this sucker down. You can see that each level has or each fighting area will have a random element strewn on the screen somewhere. Some have more than others. Some have none. It's better for you. For example, the Juggernaut, it's actually good to have some stuff in the way to help block these guys that throw missile weapons at you. To give yourself somewhere to hide. Whereas, if I was using a guy that was more missile weapon based, I'd want to have a wide open space. So again, this is the Juggernaut's got the advantage of speed too, and you can hit that button. You'll hear it ding, and that means your weapon's back online. Come here. Oh, it's gonna be a close one here. There it is. Your weapons will rejuvenate. It doesn't take that long. I think it varies. I've never actually sat here and timed it or anything. God, here we go again. He loves his giants. There's no doubt. And something else, and you can see how little energy I've got and how much he's got because he's been beating the tar out of me. I should have healed this guy when I had the chance. You'll notice that, of course, the damage is sort of cumulative. Dadgummit. So he had worn this guy down. Now, if I had used my Adept to heal this character, he would have been in better shape. But those guys are cheap too; they're not that expensive. So you'll notice that as you go up the line of characters, the higher up the line you get, the more expensive. I don't usually use the top. Every once in a while I'll break one if I'm fighting like a wizard, but I don't usually use the tippity top guys just to save energy. And you can see that the giants and a lot of his guys aren't real tough, especially at this level. So you can see what I've done here. I've got two Juggernauts parked where he had power points. He's going to try like gangbusters to get me off there because the more power points that I control, the more power that I have at my disposal. More power to use for summoning, more power to use for healing and whatnot. So it behooves him to get me off those power points. And since the power points move, he's in a bad spot right here because I've got all my power points covered. Plus, I've got two of his, which means if I can control those two center power points at the right time, he'll lose. He won't have guys on any power points. Yes, here we go. So I just healed that Juggernaut. So he's going to take a shot at the other one. All right, come here, bum. I know you've seen a lot of Juggernaut giant fights. I didn't plan that way, but well, I'm sure something else will happen momentarily. Come here. And honestly, in the later levels, these guys have much higher accuracy and are quick to shoot. If you get anywhere if they have a firing solution, they will shoot you. So we're going to try to, let's see, what do we want to do? Well, let me ponder this for a minute. We're going to give this a shot. What the hell? So we're going to try to take... This is extremely dangerous for the other side. If we can take this power point, we'll only be one power point away from victory, which is pretty good this early in the game. You can see these creatures have different powers. This one shoots his little feathery stuff. We're going to try to... I'm not a big fan of the shooting stuff. To be honest with you, I like more of the ramming and the area effects. So, which is the good thing about this game. You can tailor your... Ha-ha! But you can tailor your characters to your personal taste. I mean, you can't always play the Juggernaut, for example, but you can do a pretty good job. Oh, now he's bringing in the big dog. Now he just teleported in. Is it going to be a short fight? The wizard, the Adepts can actually, yeah, you can see that he actually launched a fireball that he can physically control. So you can bend it. I mean, you can't like literally chase a guy around the screen, but you can, you know, make it go where you want while it goes forward. It's very handy. I don't know if we're going to mess with him for a while. The fact that he had to come over and take that center square lets you know that it was important that he needed that to get that power point. So we're going to try to. I'm not going to take any chances. I'm going to move this guy down to that middle power point. Now I can't take him down there all the way, and it'll take me a couple rounds to get him down there. But I'm a good hand with these things, and so I'm going to move one down here that I'm good with. And he's of course doing the same thing. So I'm going to have had to fight this stupid bird. Yeah, Thunderbird. Thunderbirds are go. They're going to get stuffed and mounted. That's where they're going to go here in a second. Oh, here we go. Let me get salamander. Oh yeah. The computer tends to use certain creatures ad nauseum sometimes. So this is the fire. I don't think we've seen the fire yet. So this is a good fight. This is my Phoenix. Phoenixes are tough, man. I love them, but I mean you have to know how to play them. You have to get it's over. Yeah, if you can catch the enemy in your aura there, they're done. You can drain their power quick. So we can just march in here now. If I can knock off this other Thunderbird, then we'll control one of the two center power points. Let's see if we can run this sucker over here. Oh yeah, he's toast. Roadkill. I was a big fan of the original Archon. It really blew me away. Such a simple premise, but they did a good job with it. So when this one came out and I first saw it, I'm like, oh, here we go with the salamander again. I was like, oh, what is this? This it really went way off base. But I mean, the more I played this, the more I fell in love with it. Because it's just, I mean, 2 players in this is a real blast. Especially 2 people that know what they're doing. You can really have a good battle. And the interesting thing about this game is, I mean, you have to use your noggin a little bit too. You can't, but I mean, if you're good on the stick, anyone that's just got good reflexes and good eyesight and understands how the characters work, they can give anyone trouble, even if they're not really great with the rules. Okay, we need to start taking out some of these suckers. Let's see. No. Yeah, what the hell. Sirens are interesting. All they have to do is be alive and have the button held down, and they're singing. And as they sing, it just drains the other guy's energy. The downside of it is when you let go of the button, it has to reset, and also you have to not get shot because they can't take shots for crap. Alright, you can see how quick he goes. See, and his shots are slow, so when he misses me like that, I can really... Oh, that one grazed me. Come on. Yep, he's done. Oh. Alright. I don't often use the sirens, but, they're pretty cool. I mean, you really at a higher level, you can't use them. Unless there's if you get lucky and there's a ton of... If you're fighting, say, somebody that has to go through terrain, and there's a ton of it around, you can get away with it. Like, I should be okay here. Well, maybe not. There you go. Okay, now I can do some damage. Like I said, I like these guys. Their shots are so slow that when they miss, it takes them so long to reset. And see, I've got a good distance now between me and him, so he's in trouble now. If I can avoid, he's in deep trouble because I've got a lot of distance. He's screwed. So this is going pretty well, actually. So I've only got to take one more square to win this game. Because next round, he's not going to have any power points. So we may have to go for it. Okay, this is the expensive one. Now I can't go get him because again, you have to walk into that square, and after you've been on the plane for a while. Okay, here we go again. This is going to be a tough task here because there's not that much terrain. Of course, these things are slow. That helps. Here we go. Okay. Okay. Oh. Oh. Come on. Yeah. Got lucky there, I think, folks. He just didn't get me. Again, computer's on easy. Okay. We're going to make a move here. This poor girl's beaten down. Man. Let's see what he's up to. Oh, another salamander going after my... This is a bad matchup for him, to be honest with you. The fire salamander doesn't do a lot of damage. The Phoenix has pretty good damage and are pretty good, energy. Of course, he's also beat down a little bit, but you don't want to get near him. Oh, that would hurt me though. It's gonna be close. Ah, if you get on top of this guy, you're screwed. We gotta take this guy out. This could be a tough fight. I mean, even with this guy, Chimeras are really good. Look at all the energy I've got, too. This is for the game. If I can knock him out. Man, that does a ton of damage. You can see it. Brutal. But he's beat down. He's beat down. Okay, what's up? And I've killed a lot of salamanders and giants in this game. I'll give this another shot. Come here. Poor bastard. That's what you get. I think this game originally came out in the Apple II. I'd say it's a pretty easy conversion. It's not a graphics powerhouse or anything. The sound is tremendous. I'd wager this is probably got the best sound. I used to play this a lot on the old Atari computer line. That's where I really first got into it. But I'd say the Amiga version will stand up to any of them. Yeah, I'm going to give you a little something here, sir. God knows I can take these salamanders out. Come here. Oh, come here. Oh, yeah. So much for that. Probably another salamander. Yep. Oh, he's going to bypass. He's still going after this guy. Alright. I bet I can take him. We'll sneak through here. Oh, son of a gun. That damage is unbelievable. Again, you never get away with that on the advanced levels. There's no way. Well, let's try to win this game. Let's take it to the bank. Hell, let's just use this. Let's use the... yeah, what the hell? We're having good luck. This guy's hurt. See if we can do something here. Alright. He just won't take no for an answer on this battle. You can see also another reason that the computer is not as quite as fun to play as a human is the human's not going to pick the same guy over and over and just get repeatedly pounded. Oh, of course I may have spoke too soon. Nope. Alright, now let's take it to the house. Goodbye. This is going to be a tough fight, though. I got to get up on this guy, so he's beat down, though. It's going to be close. Get in there. Get in there. Ah! No, fire it up. No, what? Fire, fire. Dadgummit, I'm getting excited. Yes! And unless I'm mistaken, that should do it. And it does. Beautiful. Well, I hope you enjoyed this look at Archon 2. I hope you'll give it a shot sometime. It's actually a pretty fun game. I've always enjoyed it. Until next time, this is the Amigos. Adios.